Good check, good check, good check. This is Pound Town. I'd never done an interview like this outside the studio, so this will be new for me. This is Richard Wade. Richard, not Paul Wade, just Richard. And I'm going to find out a little bit about him today. He just went and saw a show with him, Nice Panda, and his band, Nice Panda, at the Pink Elephant.
Yeah, I also did some solo stuff with my personal project called The Richard Wade Show. So it was a fun night.
Yeah, The Richard Wade Show. And, you know, he does a bunch of other creative stuff. He makes video games. He does art. I'm just going to talk shit with him today and see what he has to say. Well, who he is. He's from Salem. He's a Salem person. And that's what this is all about. So,
well, I'm kind of from Salem. I've been here about 13 years. I moved here from Georgia. I lived there up until I was about 30. I'm 42 now. So
Salem-ish.
Yeah, kind of. I've been here long enough.
Well, I'm from Florida, and I'm from Florida, and my whole family tree is in Georgia.
Oh yeah, which
actually outside of Valdosta outside of Valdosta in Moultrie.
Oh, I know where that's at.
Yeah. And so the Hires.
We actually recorded my band, The Promise Tribe, which is a pop punk band I'm in Georgia. We tour Japan every year, and we recorded our first full-length album at Tree Sound Studios in Valdosta.
Oh.
So Lee Dias did that for us.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I I haven't been to a family reunion in 30 plus years, so
I haven't been to one in a while. You can make it out sometime. But
there's been some rifts, and I don't know. I don't know if I belong there anyway, but anyway, outside of that,
hey, one way to find out.
I know there's quite a few Georgians here in Oregon, though. I know a good handful of Georgians actually. A couple of Atlanteans.
You know what it is they had everybody play the Oregon Trail game in school, and so now everybody feels like they got to come out here.
You know, I used to compare Georgia to Oregon, like the green, like North Georgia, kind of like that greenery North Georgia area, the hills, the rolling hills. We see a lot of that out here. Like, other than we have more rocky edges on our mountains and stuff, but
yeah, it's like the river valleys, because all of Georgia's like that, just one big river valley. It's all very green. So yeah, I see that. I always tell people that too. I thought the whole country was like that. You know, I never really traveled very much. And then when I was coming here, I realized that most of the middle of the country was just bare and nothing there, deserts and grass fields. So.
We just drove across country, and I was just thinking, oh, another town, cemeteries and silos. That's all once you get on the other side of Denver, it's cemeteries and silos everywhere, and corn.
I was actually driving to Georgia, and I was near Denver, and I was gonna go through that way. I was gonna go across to Nebraska and then head down. But my cousin called, and her fiance wanted me to come visit them in New Orleans. So I took a turn in Denver and went down to Texas and Amarillo. So right there where there's a little like panhandle of Oklahoma, it's just nothing but yellow grass, and we're talking hundreds of miles. I couldn't even get a radio station. Like it was such an isolated area. Like I'd hit the seek button on the radio, it just flip all the way through and never stop.
Even on flat land, some places there's no reception for anything. There's going like the western Colorado and going through those cracks and crevices of the mountains. There's always like you lose service for 10, 20 miles.
Creepy.
All right, boys, let's take some pictures.
I mentioned you, and they're like, oh yeah, we know Nick.
It shouldn't take long. All right, so we need, what did I say? We need a little red, black,
brown, little pink.
and red, brown, and pink, and black. Yeah, 4. And we have to step behind you. It's riding kind of low.
Is he touching this one up?
Yep. I might peek a little white in there too to make some stuff pop out a little bit. See what happens.
You've only just recently started getting tattoos, right?
Yeah, I got licensed in April, and
You started school in what, November, December?
I started in January.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's a really short school, but I have a really good mentor. So, like Oregon school systems don't really teach you how to tattoo. They teach you the sanitation and the safety, and then kind of get you.
Do other states have
There are a couple that have similar like that. There are some states that don't have any requirements at all. Oregon or Washington had some pretty limited ones. I don't think Arizona even requires that you have a license, which is interesting. So it's kind of left to each state, which is fine, you know. I will say that Oregon sanitation training is bar none, but the art is kind of left up to the artist to learn.
Just free-range McRib.
I love that stuff, dude. That's the stuff that makes me happy as an artist. Like watching people create to put something new into the world or to improve something in the world. I think that there has to, like, being an artist is just about being creative, right? My brain in a bone mech covered in meat armor. I only get one ride, so I might as well put stickers on it.
Eventually get my knuckles.
Can I do a knuckle sandwich on you?
Well,
Like have a sandwich?
No. Have a piece of bread on both your pinkies and then ingredients going across your knuckles.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. I've lived in Salem. I was more or less raised here. Went to high school here. Went to grade school, then junior high. I watched Salem become a lot of things and change from a lot of things. There's your knuckle. You know, there's a David Bowie, like an interview with him that I always found really interesting, and it's true. Like every artist on the planet will talk to you about their process, like how they create something. Almost every artist on the planet will fucking hate explaining why, right? Because maybe some of us have a why, and it's personal, and maybe some of us just wanted to paint a fucking egg with some eyes on it. Why he did this, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, and why we're doing black and red and stuff, you know, whatever, who cares? I mean, explaining that black, the reason it holds so well is because the particles are smaller than any other fucking ink. So that's interesting. The science of it. The art of it is not quite. Being an artist is weird.
Yeah, I wonder if you put up more down in mine.
Nice.
Well, I'll have to listen. I'll cut so much shit out. I'll squeeze it down to like 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll, you know.
Oh yeah, I do know.
I might even have it just, I might try to be adventurous and mix it in with some music back and forth between you talking and us chit chatting with someone else's music.
Sure, I'm down. That sounds good.
Thanks for letting me tag along, Nick Gillett, and taking pictures of you doing your work.
Oh, I can't wait for my friends to get here. It's gonna be such a fun night. It's gonna be a good time. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. Ooh, this looks done. Perfect. This is the perfect pie. Now, it's time to get this party started the right way.
Goody, estoy listo, pisto. Ándale, Johnny, dale gas, güey. Órale, ahí voy, cabrón. Feliz Navidad, hermano. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad.
You're the
Rick.
So let's see. So you're from Georgia. What part of Georgia are you from? You asked me, and then I.
From LaGrange, Georgia. It's just above like Fort Benning and south of Atlanta a little bit on I-85 by the Alabama line.
Oh yeah. So you're above Moultrie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2.5 hours, I guess. 2 hours.
Yeah, I went to Fort Benning too. I was in the Army for a while, so yeah.
I went to college in South Georgia at a little town called Cuthbert, which is not too far from Moultrie, like maybe an hour drive between Moultrie and Blakely, Tifton, around that area.
Yeah, Tifton. Last time I drove by there, that like you start seeing like colorful signs for Tifton.
Mm-hmm.
They advertise. I don't know. I don't remember much about Tifton, but it must be some kind of art aspect to it that they're always promoting, because I see their signs on the highway, and it seems like it's got like some kind of like, I don't know, cultural promotion to it.
I've never really spent any time there, but I do remember one thing is there's this truck stop with a rocket ship, like an actual rocket ship, just
Sitting
3
there.
stories tall, 4, like it's huge. So that's pretty cool.
Where's your nearest Buc-ee's?
I don't even know. I'd never seen any of those.
Oh.
I guess they didn't have them when I lived there.
Yeah. I have family in Tennessee now, and they're close.
Trip.
Yeah, they're kind of on towards the corner of Alabama and in the direction of that top corner of Georgia. Where Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, like right there is like a.
Oh yeah, I've been up there a couple of times. They have a place called Brasstown Bald, which is the highest mountain in Georgia. And you can see 7 states from the top of it.
Oh
on
yeah.
Clear days, like you can see Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, because just right there.
I feel like
all of them.
I've been there because when I was a kid, my parents took us on random trips throughout Georgia or wherever to go on the way to go see family, or
We've definitely been to a lot of, like all around Georgia, because my band at the time, we played all over the Southeast. That was mostly where we went. I mean, now since I moved out here, we do Japan every year, like I was talking about earlier, and we've done some Southern California stuff, things like that. And I went back home to visit one time, and we played a show there.
Oh. Oh yeah, I used some of that band's music in the last episode, so I appreciate you contributing some audio, because I'd go take pictures of random shit, and I'm like, oh, where can I need somebody to make some noise behind me. And
well, the funny thing about that song is the song that you chose is actually not like any of the rest of our music, because normally we're pretty much a pop punk band, so they're like, of all the songs, why did you choose that one? I said, I don't know. I sent them all the things, and that's the one he got. I said, I guess it kind of matches the theme of the video a little, but that one was actually a song we made. It was supposed to be for a Russian anime. There was this independent anime studio, and they were doing animations, and he still does it. With the sanctions in place, though, they haven't been able to promote it as much, because you'd be surprised some of the things that affect.
We'll cut that out.
We'll keep that one quiet. But yeah, so we made that song for that movie, and it had that little part where it had like a couple of Japanese words in there, and basically it was supposed to be kind of like when you hear like anime songs and they say these broken English words, in English they call it. It was supposed to be kind of like that. So basically, it roughly translates as burning justice into the night.
Well, I just saw Burning Justice, and I was like, oh, I've got all this protest footage. There's the word burning justice. It kind of seemed like I wasn't really too worried about matching the rest of it. Just kind of get the general direction.
Well, I guess it kind of matches with what it was for, because it's actually, the anime was about this Russian fairy tale called Marevna, which was it's a famous fairy tale. It's I don't know how old it is, but it was about this princess standing up to the government, and then the king sent someone after her or something like that. So yeah, it's kind of like a protest, standing up for what's right. I guess that fits.
That does. Yeah, I guess that does fit. So yeah, I appreciate you like I said, contributing.
Oh,
I got to remember to look at the camera every now and then, so I'll do it sarcastically.
Oh yeah.
Just-
I gotta look at the camera too.
Bring it back to the bass and the movement.
I'm just cutting you guys off. Keep doing whatever. I'm just recording. Yeah, I'm recording some audio,
Back to the bass and
but I gotta do an introduction. Whenever he gets a camera and whenever I'm in the right spot. I'm in a good spot probably. All right. The guy in the window says I'm good, so guess what? Today is Pound Town, and in the studio we got DJ Gitdown and DJ Mackie, and they're gonna spin it up for a little bit, and I'll cut it up, put it in the show later on, and hopefully we'll get this out by the holidays. Merry fucking Christmas.
Who shot Biggie Smalls? If we don't get them, they gon' get us all. Hip hop, hip is bigger than. La, pants on fire, wolf cry, agent with a.
Everybody get down.
I've done a little programming. I make like video games and stuff sometimes, so I do that here too. This is basically my spot for everything.
That's right. I was going to have you tell me a little bit about that. You showed me you're making a video game, and tell me a little bit about the video game you're making, and I'll take some pictures in a little bit, and if you would let me.
Well, this is the first game I've ever made. Really, I always wanted to do something that I could turn into an arcade game because I've gone to Ground Zero up in Portland, which is an arcade that has some independently made games that were made by local people. So eventually, after I get my game done the way I want it, I'm going to convert it over to an arcade cabinet so I can build a couple of arcade cabinets and set them around. And
Nice.
I think that would probably help sell the game too. You know, like I'll have like a graphic on it that is available on Steam, stuff like that. But
Right. So is it like there's kind of like a main engine, and then you place the elements on certain actions or in certain layers, kind of like making a editing video. You know, it's layers and
kind of, except that each of the objects that you make, you're assigning a code to that controls its behavior. When I originally made the game, I did it in Unity, and I didn't really like the way the game engine worked. So then I did it in Game Maker, and I liked that a little bit better. But one of the things I didn't like was with both of those game engines, it's that there was like a proprietary system that would limit where you could distribute the game to. Like you'd have to pay a lot of money if you wanted to make a version that was going to run on PlayStation.
say one of their cut.
Yeah. Like, and even when you're making just a regular executable file, there were restrictions on it. And plus, if you made over a certain amount of money, they would demand a cut of it, which I don't think I'm ever going to make that much money off of it. I think maybe I'll probably make a few $1,000s, which is probably, I've spent maybe 300 hours so far on it, just converting it over from different engines and stuff. But I finally settled on Godot game engine because it's open source. And you can also do like PlayStation versions and stuff like that through another service, and it's not very expensive to convert it over. So.
Design all your graphics and everything.
Yeah, anytime I can, I like to go with things that are open source. Even with my audio work, I have a lot of open source stuff. Unfortunately, I can't really record using Linux because a lot of my my hardware has proprietary interfaces, so I'm kind of stuck with Windows because of that, unless I want to move away from using that stuff, which I've considered. But I don't know. It's right now I'm kind of invested in it, so I'm stuck with it for now. But I'm very close to being able to not have to use Windows anymore. And
Invested, he's committed.
oh yeah, I mean, like recently, stuff like gaming on Linux has gotten a lot better because Steam has.
Because you can kind of publish it for people to use, or
Well, Steam's actually made this thing called Proton, and it's open source. They've let it out to everyone. It lets you run Windows software on Linux, so it's like a compatibility layer, and you can pretty much play any game that's on Windows on Linux now.
Huh.
The only exception is things that use like kernel anti-cheat, so it's like you can't really load those on Linux.
like anti-cheat. You mean like the anti-patch games or something? Or
well, what they do
I
is
haven't played PC games in years, but I've played copies of copies, and
well, they have a type of anti-cheat now that loads up with your operating system, like when you're booting your computer, it loads up before your operating system ever loads up.
okay.
And so it's always running in the background and can detect what you're doing.
You can tell if you're using mods and stuff that you're not supposed to be using, and whatever.
Yeah. And they have
It's
other
naked
ones.
girl skins,
Yeah, definitely.
tittyscape skins.
Yeah, that's what I always paint. That's my favorite thing. But yeah, it just loads up before your operating system ever starts. So it's very invasive and definitely not conducive to like open source gameplay.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, sounds like you got a lot of creative stuff going on. You got Promise Drive was your other band from Georgia, but you got Nice Panda here, and you're just playing with now, and in Salem, along with your with Richard Wade show.
Oh yeah, no.
Creating a video game that's.
And I do art classes at Silverton Arts Association and Kaiser Arts Association. I've been painting now for about 8 years. I learned like watching Bob Ross growing up, and I decided to finally give it a try. And turned out I was pretty good at it after a few disasters. So. I like to do a lot of creative things, but I don't know how to make money off of them, so I've never been good at.
Yeah, no one pays me for shit either.
Well, people will pay me sometimes. Like I got paid for a performance the other night with that you filmed, but I think I have a tendency to give things away too much. I'm just proud of the work. I want everybody to hear it, so I'm like, yeah, here, take this,
Right.
So I end up not making much money off the things I do like that. I definitely enjoy doing music and art. I'm just not a good salesman. I think that's what it is. I have to be better at marketing, maybe.
Well, that's the same. Like with me, I'm the same way. And like like this show is just, it's like just a free virtual venue for people, no pay, but just make something and put it out there. And it's, it's not just me, it's whoever else. I can collect up 10 minutes from you, 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes from your show. And whatever.
I used to do a show on CCTV also. I did
you were saying that.
Painter, and this was back when I first started painting. I had no business doing a show, but one of the guys that works there, Charles, he's a really nice guy. He was like, "Hey, you should come out and do a show." I said, "I don't know, man. I just started painting." He's like, "Oh no, it looks great. You should come out and do it." So got a lot of practice painting there. I was filming 2 or 3 episodes a week, and we were playing them one at a time. So I ended up doing 38 episodes total that were about an hour long.
Nice.
I'd do a painting for each of them.
That's a good padding on your portfolio.
It was fun. At the time they had a policy where you couldn't really monetize it on YouTube. They changed that a little over the years, so now it's less restrictive on it. But at the time, it was kind of like, well, I don't know, can I upload these or not? But after I've been doing it for about a month, they kind of revised that policy and said, well, if you make over this much money on it, then you have to pay the studio fee. I'm like, well, it's a lot of episodes for a $600 fee pretty much per episode, and I'm like, I don't know, But then when they changed it, I was able to upload them and people watched them. And I never really made much off of it, but for a while the channel was monetized. I made maybe a couple of $100 a year on it, and eventually, because I stopped uploading episodes, they just demonetized the channel, and I never really got it back to where it was after that because I haven't made any new episodes.
Right. I haven't. I'll take this time. I haven't made any money plugging any of my social media shit, and and we don't monetize the YouTube for Pound Town, but
you should. It's,
I'll get around to it, but we would like locals to help by donating or sponsoring or participating and contributing in with their own Salem ways, financially or whatever, creatively, for sure.
By the way, so because it's CCTV. It's tax deductible, I think.
It probably is. I'm sure it is.
Don't quote me on that, but I think.
Probably shouldn't quote me on it either. I'm just saying. I'm just agreeable. So, but yeah, if you got any dollars, that'll help because things cost money. So, equipment and whatnot, hard drives.
Speaking of equipment, I never pay full price for anything.
No.
Yeah,
you got the hookup?
Well, what I do is I go on my Facebook Marketplace and I'll browse it. Like some of these keyboards and things I found at flea markets and things like that for like $10. So like that one over there, it's probably like $180 keyboard I got for $10. And, I recently traded in a looper pedal I had and managed to get this and this, so I'm kind of changing my looping setup so I can do more of a computer-based thing. A lot of people use Ableton Live, but I'm using a new software that's called Playtime, which is made by an independent developer and works with Reaper, which is the recording software I use. Yeah, I've got a few hardware synths. I'm a really big fan of Roland. I got a MC707 over here. He actually took some footage of it. I think he's going to probably show some of it. And
I'll get more footage too.
I've got the Roland Ira compact devices, which are tiny synths that are about this big. They're portable. I've got them in a rack, but you can actually take each of these individually and just use them with headphones. So they're all battery powered, and you can take them out like internal battery. You just charge them up, but you can take them with you and work on music on the go, and then bring them back and put them all together.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I follow along. I play by ear, but simply, not like I'm not a complex person. I just play along as and I can follow along well, and I can come up with creative runs or whatever. But I'm just hanging around playing along with music wise. I can hear it. I understand. I sing really well. But I wish I had gotten more technical in music over the years.
Well, it's not too late, it never is. I started doing music seriously in 6th grade. I joined the band and I played trombone. And I decided to start playing guitar when I was 15 years old. So I'm 42 now. I guess that means I've been playing 27 years. So I don't like to, say that I'm good. Who wants to talk good about themselves, right? But I've been playing a long time, so I can pretty much play anything I want to on the guitar.
Right.
And bass. I'm not very good at drums. I do have a drum set, but never got very good at that. I can't separate my right foot from my right hand, so my hi-hat rhythm will always get off when I'm
I get that.
doing the kick rhythm. So
I get that.
I don't think I'll ever be a good drummer, but I have all these other machines to play drums for me. I got a little drum pad over there. So
Oh yeah, no, I fake the funk if I get like a half-ass piece here and a half-ass piece here, and I combine them. That's a whole ass right there. So,
well, really, like that.
I'm not saying you make half-ass pieces. I make half-ass pieces.
Well, sometimes I do. It just depends on the day. I don't make a masterpiece every day. But the hardest part, I think, is now that I've got all this stuff, is getting a setup that's easy to set up live and basically as minimal as possible, like easy to use with as few pieces as possible. Because the more that you have in your signal chain, the more that can go wrong. And that was a problem I ran into with that looper pedal last week. That's why I decided to
that's like
overhaul it.
Many hands make much work. It's too many.
Well,
too
plus
many
it
to
took
keep
me
track of.
forever to set up. I'm hoping this setup, it looks huge and unwieldy, but those legs will fold up, and most of these things on the top just go in separate cases. So I just pick this thing up and carry it out to the car, and then carry 2 or 3 cases, and I'm good to go. I'd have 3 bags and a big, crazy-looking contraption that's not that heavy.
get it wrong. Every day is in the box. I'ma make it feel alright. Come on, baby, just party with me. Let your heart get free. Make a situation that's the door. But when you step inside, jump on the floor.
There's a camera. There's a camera. Hey, this is Pound Town. We're still here with DJ Gitdown and DJ Mackie. And I got some other stuff coming up next with, I don't know, something that I'll mix in later. Well, let me ask you another one. Let me ask you another question. Tell me a little bit about yourself outside of your creative talent. What kind of like outside of creativity experience do you got? What all have you done? What do you do? What have you?
Well, I mean, besides the art and
You work construction
stuff,
or?
I have. I've actually done a little bit of everything in the past. I was an electrician for a few years, wiring up schools and hospitals and stuff like that in Georgia.
Ground.
Yeah, my drummer's dad actually owned the company, and so it was nice because I got to take off work when we had shows. Of course, then I go out there, and he's the owner of the company, and they have all the foremen and construction guys giving me a hard time. It's like, oh yeah, it's Randy's lapdog. He's gonna go back and tell Randy. I'm like, I'm just trying to work, man. Leave me alone. I get no benefit from being friends with Randy except that I have this job and I don't get fired for going to play my shows.
Right.
But yeah, it was an interesting job for sure. And you know how construction workers are.
Yeah.
And well, I like video games a lot. I collect stuff like that. I have a lot of these handheld games. I've got one here I'm going to pick up. This is
I guess you've probably done a lot more technical work too.
Yeah, this one's an RGB 30. It's made by a company called actually I can't remember the name of the company right now, but
This way.
it runs everything from like Atari all the way up to PlayStation games. You can play
PlayStation 1.
Oh yeah, it'll do PlayStation 1. There's some now that'll do PlayStation 2. And I've got a Steam Deck, like I was talking about that earlier. It's
I've seen some of these things on like TikTok Shop and stuff like that go by every now and then on social media. I make
some are good, but some are garbage.
Oh, I'm sure.
It just depends. I actually have a channel on YouTube that I made, and I was reviewing these kind of devices, so I'd go through them and show what they could do and the downsides of all of them, because they definitely have some. Like that one's one of my favorite because it's Anbernic. That was the name of the company, Anbernic RGB 30. But that one was one of my favorites because it could hook up Bluetooth controllers, and it had an HDMI out, so you can hook it up to a TV, and it's actually a full console. But now that I have the Steam Deck, it kind of negates the need for any of them because it's better than all of those and can play on the TV also.
What is a Steam Deck? Steam Deck's just a box, and Steam runs everything online, right?
Well, the Steam Deck is a flat screen, like it looks like a Nintendo Switch almost. It's in the other room. I can show you later, but yeah, they're also releasing Steam Box, like you were talking about. Then I think it's later this year. They had just posted about it 2 or 3 days ago, and it's going to have pretty good hardware in it. So it's going to be like a mid-range computer.
Huh.
They're basically making it so it can run everything that's on Steam.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't used much of Steam. I play games still, but I not still, but I've always been a vid kid. My buddy made a song when I was in high school called Vid Kid. Vid Kid, never gonna leave the house. Anyway.
Well, I always liked the video games. I grew up playing arcade games and stuff, and that's another thing we were talking about earlier. I do. I build arcade machines. They're basically pretty much emulators that kind of just software emulators, and then I add hardware buttons
in a nice box.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
But it's a lot of fun. It's you can experience the games the way they were meant to be experienced.
Right. Like this, not like.
Yeah, I'm bad with the stick. Like I'm really good at playing Street Fighter, but I can't do it with the stick. I have to have my PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. That I ever knew. I get my bitch pregnant, I'ma be a better you. Prophecies that I'm not way back.
I'll find a spot in front of one of these.
For fair. Listen, even back when we was with my team.
How about that one? Yeah. That one there. Is that the one I'm looking at? Yeah. Anyway, we're back. It's Pound Town still, and we got DJ Gitdown and DJ Mackie, and we got Andre gonna come move around for us and keep it active. And Richard's in there on the controls, so let's see. I don't know. We probably got plenty of material. I'll put some more stuff, images in between talking and whatnot. I'll get some more pictures in a second here. Trying to think of any other questions I might have. Do you got anything to add?
Well,
anything to say?
my wife is very supportive. You know, as you can see, like he took some footage earlier. He's probably gonna, or you're gonna put it in, I guess.
Yeah, I'll see what I fit. I'll grab more footage too.
She decorates every season. Like we've got fall leaves hanging up everywhere, but she lets me put my things in. So we got One Piece action figures and like the Pillsbury Doughboy and other things
you're
up on
included?
the shelf. Yeah. Like over here, we got a bunch of old president busts that were my grandmother's. We got a Colonel Sanders, stuff like that. So she definitely decorates everything, makes the house warm and cozy, and I get to add all my crazy things, and she puts up with me. So
yeah, you guys got quite a collection of different stuff here. I definitely need to run the camera around on some textures and other stuff before I leave, to include supplemental supporting footage
in the living room. And we were talking about my record collection. I've been collecting some records lately. I'm a big fan of Andy Gibb and just a lot of old music. But and I've been collecting some newer vinyls. Like I got a lot of Halsey, got some Outkast. I got a 3-record set of George Strait's greatest hits. So that's
nice.
That's a fun one.
Nice. Well, yeah. Do you have a way? Do you ever dub from there to any of your projects?
I don't. I have another turntable back here on this shelf, so I can do that. I also have a sampler here if I want to do like if I could take an old jazz record and like loop apart, you could make like a boom bap sort of beat, right. Do some stuff like that. I haven't really experimented with that kind of stuff too much because I guess like maybe the challenge for me is that if you use a sample, there's like copyright stuff involved with it sometimes. Even if you change the sample pretty drastically, if the AIs they use to detect that sort of thing are pretty advanced. So like you'll get a flag on YouTube, like they won't take it down or anything. They'll just put a copyright notice on it, which means that they get 50% of the revenue from your video if you were going to make any. And not that I'm making anything right now, but if I were,
right.
Especially like there's some streamers and things that have like millions of viewers, and it's a lot. Like there's one of them, like there's one I watch called Asmongold, and he did a lot of video gaming content. Now he does like mostly just like political commentary and trolling and internet drama kind of stuff. But he makes over $1 million a month, sometimes. Like it's pretty crazy, and he has numbers to back it up. He's actually showed us. But you can imagine a copyright strike on a video with that many views. That's a lot of money you're paying out to a copyright holder. So.
Right. Yeah, I have copyright strikes on my videos, even though it's local music. Well, the one I got copyrighted for, well, Instaband is a local kind of cover band, but they also play their own music, but their songs kind of borderline sounding like some others sometimes. And so I got copyright strike for that. But then like yours, I think it was yours, the Promise Drive is what I got a copyright strike for on the last episode, because nothing else was.
You know what's crazy about that?
Unless it was the DJ stuff. Unless it was the DJ
I get
stuff.
copyright strikes from the Promise Drive songs. Because we use a distribution site called CD Baby, which is very good at getting it out to all the streaming platforms. But when I use my own songs and videos, I get a copyright strike for it. And I can dispute it with YouTube and say, hey, I own the copyright to this. And they'll still back it up. They'll say, well, you'll have to talk with the copyright holder, who is technically CD Baby.
Right.
So,
right. Even if it's your song.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe in the future I may actually have to put in the work to uploaded all the different services myself, so I actually own it all. That's an immense amount of work though, because they put it on like 30 or 40 different platforms. And if it goes to CD Baby, I still get a portion of that money, like 80% of it.
Right.
So even if they did copyright strike it, eventually I get basically just a 10% reduced revenue, and I get the money from CD Baby. But it's a big hassle, and
Right.
I don't know. It might be better to handle it myself, but it's just so much to deal with.
There's less hands involved when you do it yourself.
Well, I think I should probably do that, especially like you were saying, like yours got the copyright thing just from the music. Even when I cover a song, if I'm playing acoustic guitar, I'm singing like an old country song or something, it'll pick that up and it'll actually do the copyright thing on maybe 75% of them. And with this new band, Nice Panda, we're actually doing a lot of cover songs, like 90% cover songs. We're going to have some originals, but the reason we're doing that is because we want to actually make money with it. And that's the way you're going to get hired. I mean, like...
Oh, with the cover songs?
Yeah.
Everybody's hiring cover.
Like playing bars, everybody wants to hear cover songs. They don't really... It's not that they don't like originals. It's just that they want to hear something they know. So, like, you can throw one or two in, but you're not really going to make a lot of money doing that. And I've done enough art for the love of the art, so I'm here to...
All right, well, I think I got enough material. I think I've milked him for whatever tittyscapes I can get, and we'll put it into the show somewhere. And thanks for telling us a little bit about your band, your projects, and I will get some more footage here in a minute.
This song, Growing Pains, it's pretty much my life story. So hopefully you guys like it. Let's rock this place.
All the people I can think of has a sway on who I am today. I'm learning to forgive myself for mistakes I made, like the depths of pain.
Se da par de palos, se arregla y se baña. Y se te trepa encima como araña. Si no le enciende con la huilanga. Que a María Buena le gusta la janga. Se da par de palos, se arregla y se baña. Y se te trepa encima como araña. Y si no le enciende con la huilanga. María Buena, yo quiero estar contigo todo el fin de semana. Y pa' fuetarte hasta por la mañana. Tú sabes que yo soy el que te quito la gana. Y María Buena, yo quiero estar contigo todo el fin de semana. Y pa' fuetarte hasta por la mañana. Tú sabes que yo soy el que te quito la gana.
Y qué bajo, vamos ahí. Me voy con marihuana pa' sentirme bien high. Los ojos colorados como si fuera un flashlight. Le toco la moña y aceite. Yo le pego la maranta. Ahí es que Maris.
I got you washing the rocks in kids and tube socks, but she doesn't care cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. This is who I am, made and baby with me. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag. Make you focus, stay so hard that I can take me down. Juice so sweet, you smell the roses. Move to the road, begin to expose it. Shake it like you need it, cause nothing can save you. While your hands are food with the liquid flavor. Circadian rhythm thrown into the stance. So while I drop it, tune it to the funky camel.
Sure, just you and the crowd, you what you should never see. Let's be blind, can we believe in love and sex and magic? So let me drive my body around you. I bet you know what I mean. Since you know that I can make you believe in love and sex and magic.
Everything ain't what it seems. I wave my hands and I got you. And you feel so fly, assisting me. But now it's my turn to watch you. I ain't gonna stop you. If you wanna grab my neck, talk sexy to me like that. Just do what I taught you, girl. When I give you my beat, and I need you to push it right back.
Baby, show me, baby, that you want to show me, and I
don't ever rehearse this stuff. I just make it up as I go. But today we had Richard, not Paul Wade, on the show on Pound Town, and he told us a little bit all the creative stuff he does, music endeavors, his technical endeavors, his knowledge of a bunch of different little things. So
yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to see you at a show sometime.
And you can look him up on YouTube, Richard Wade Show, right?
Oh yeah, the Richard Wade Show. You can also find the Salem Painter. The episodes are still up there.
At the Salem Painter, that's right.
Yeah, and basically, if you just search for me on the internet anywhere, the Richard Wade Show, you'll probably find a bunch of stuff.
All right, and that's about it. Thank you for watching Pound Town, and I might put some words here. I do this sometimes, but I don't always put words here, and that's about it. We'll continue finding more stuff to put on the show, and thanks, Dick, for being here.
Oh yeah, it was
Sorry, is Dick okay?
Oh yeah.
So, all right, thanks for being on the show, and I'll get some more pictures, and then I'm out.
Excellent.
All right, this has been Pound Town, and tonight we've had DJ Gitdown and DJ Mackie both entertaining us, and we're gonna mix that throughout the next episode or two. My name is Nick. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Woo!
People create something funny and something unique in that realm. And I myself spent many a year as a serious artist. Bullshit, right? Now I just want to have fun and do some interesting stuff on people.